All right, we're done looking at the top of page 6, and we're ready to get playing. Now, there are some special things for trombone that we need to talk about that are maybe a little bit different from the instruments your friends are learning. So let's just review. At the top of page 6, it says bass clef. So not the lines and spaces we learned for recorder. Bass clef is going to use a different set of lines and spaces, and I will help you figure out what those letters are. We're still going to be using the 4/4 time signature and whole notes and whole rest, but there's one more special word, and you can put your finger right on it. It says the word flat, and there's like a sign that looks like a lowercase b. That is the flat sign, and that tells us to play B flat and not just a regular B. So if you know how to play the piano, you know B flat is a black key on the piano, and B natural, the regular B, is a white key. B flat is the note the trombone plays when you put it up to your mouth. So we're always playing B flat, mostly in this book. So we need to do a couple special things that we haven't gotten a chance to do yet. Maybe you've played around with it. Hopefully you didn't break anything. But we need to talk about our slide lock. Right now, my slide is locked so that I can pick the trombone up in one big piece. Put your trombone down on its foot and let's unlock the slide. Mine, they're all a little bit different, but mine is a little notch here that I spin around so it goes in and out, and then I can lock it again to hook on. So check out, and now it's locked. Okay, so I like to do this sitting down so in case it's unlocked, you don't drop it. So I unlock it, and then I make it go, still locked, up and down and up and down. Okay, if you were playing around with this and you were messing around and the whole slide fell off, maybe during the week when you didn't realize you shouldn't unlock your slide, you need to make sure that on your trombone foot, the water key, that's the part that opens at the bottom, is closest to you. If you put the water key back in and it's at the top, like away from you, on the other side of the foot, you put it on backwards. So if you think that happened, take a picture, send it to me. I can help you put it back together the right way. The reason we need to unlock our slide is because we actually need to go out of first position. Your slide locks in first position, but we're going to start with a note today that's in fourth position. So let's figure out how to go to fourth position. First of all, we need to make sure we're holding it correctly. I just noticed my middle screw was a little bit loose and it was moving, so I'm going to make that as tight as I can. Remember, thumbs up, thumb in the corner. This is my left thumb. In the corner, fingers over the bar. My first finger is sticking straight up. I make my little mouth for my slide bar. Okay, and I put it up on my shoulder. Now you notice the slide's unlocked and it moves. So there are 7 positions on the trombone that you could play. However, we're not going to use up to 7. Today we're going to do number 4. Let me tell you how you can find fourth position. First position's all the way in. So you're in first position right now. Third position is the slide with your middle finger at the bell. And fourth is just past that. Okay, so let's try that again. We're in first right now. Let's get to third. And then just past third, slide past the bell. Now look at my fingers. I'm not grabbing onto my slide. Thumb and 2 fingers. Otherwise, you're putting too much weight on your slide. Okay? So now that we have our slide in fourth position, we can look at number 1, time for band. In fact, I want you to put your slide back in first position. Lock it, because we're going to point to our book. So we'll come back to that in a second. Okay? Have a finger ready, because we're going to point right to our book. Number 1, time for band, uses the note D. Okay, and the way we know it is D is that it's the third line up from the bottom. It's the middle line of the staff. Okay, and the note never leaves the middle line of the staff, so it must be D all the time. So put your finger right on number 1, time for band. We're going to say the notes. If it's a D, we will say D. If it's like an upside down looking hat, that's a whole rest. And the whole rest means you're not going to be blowing through your trombone for 4 beats. That doesn't mean put your trombone down. That doesn't mean literally take a rest, like take a nap. It just means no sound comes out of your trombone. So let's say the notes for number 1. Here we go. 1, 2, say the notes. D, rest. 2, 3, tap your foot with me. D, rest. 2, 3, 4. D, There's a little arrow that says a double bar line marks the end of music. That's the big, thick black line at the end. It could be at the end. If it's not there, you would have to go to the next line. But luckily, all the songs on this page, one line long. Okay? So now, let's try to make the sound of a D. I'm going to unlock my slide. I always lock my slide when I'm just holding it in rest position, so if it falls or something, the slide doesn't fall out. I'm going to unlock my slide, test it, okay? Pick it up, put it on my left shoulder, go out to fourth position, right? So 3 is at the bell, D is just past that. Is the sound we're trying to make. Give it a try. Ready, go. Now, if yours sounds like this, your M is too loose. You need to have a smiley face when you're playing D. Okay, now, this is probably not happening to many people, but if you blow too hard, it goes too high. So we're listening for this sound. Okay, hold your slide there for the whole song. We're going to play number 1. You heard my foot tapping while I was counting off. You tap your foot with me too, the whole song until we get to the double bar. Here we go, fourth position, lick your lips. 1, 2, ready, play. And rest. 2, 3, 4. Put your tongue up to stop the air at the end. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest, and the song's over. Great. You can put your slide in rest position, lock it. You might notice that your whole face was like vibrating when you're playing D. That means you're doing it the right way. The way we stop the air from going through our trombone is to put your tongue up while you're still blowing. So here's a D, and I'm going to stop it with my tongue. As opposed to this, which is the wrong way to stop the note. Okay, it shouldn't sound like an elephant at the end of each note. Put your tongue up, then if you need to take your mouth off to breathe or whatever you need to do, that's fine. But we don't rip the trombone off our face while air is still going through. Okay, let's go to number 2. I see a new note. It looks like C, and C is 1 note lower than D. And put your finger right on the box where it says C. And you should also see a number 6. That is 6th position. So let me tell you about 6th position for now, because you're all still kind of small and growing. 6th position is your arm straight out. And you can actually see, I know that on my trombone, I actually have to stretch my fingers out to make 6th position, and I'm not growing anymore. So this is how I have to play. See, for now, everyone just arms out with your fingertips holding. Do not let go of the slide. It will fall off and clunk on the ground. You have to hold on with your thumb and at least one finger. Okay, let's try the sound of a C. Loose lips, ready, go. Okay, so it looks like we're going to play C for the entire number 2. So we have our trombone in 6th position. Now, let me show you something. You can rest for a second. If your music stand is right here, that would be, it's not a problem, but you need to aim below your music stand. Also, maybe you didn't realize that your trombone's going to get that long and you need to back away from wherever you have your computer sitting. You can't hit anything with the edge of your slide. Your music stand can go off to the right a little bit so that you have a clearer path for your slide, but notice that I'm not doing this, right? That's way too up in the air, and I'm about to hit my computer. So down below the music stand for your slide positions, okay? Let's try number 2. We need a C, so we're going out to 6th position. Arms straight out, lick your lips, and tap your foot with me. Here we go, number 2. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Don't forget about the T sound at the beginning. Rest, and the song's over. Excellent. First position, you can put your trombone in rest position. We're going to actually move our slide in out what we need to do. I see the first note is a D, and I can tell that because we're looking at number 3, whole lot of counting. I can tell the first note is a D because it's on the 3rd line. Then we rest, and I can tell we switch to C, which is a space note. Put your finger right on number 3. We're going to say the notes. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, say the notes. D, rest. 2, 3, 4. C, rest. 2, 3, 4. D, rest. 2, 3, 4. C, rest. And the song's over. Rewind. Put your finger back at the beginning, and this time we're going to say the slide position. So if we see a D, what position is it? Well, it's 4, so we'll say 4. For a C, what position is it? We'll say 6. Now, you can point on your paper if your eyes still need help following the notes, or you can do the position while you're saying the number. So I'm going to do that, so I'm practicing my slide position. You might also notice that your left hand is a little sore from holding your instrument. That's okay, shake it out. Maybe your thumb got a little cramped up. That's okay, shake it out. Okay, put it back in. And let's say the slide positions for number 3. I'm going to do it with my slide while I'm saying it. So here we go. By the way, slide position 4 and 6 aren't that far from each other. I'm not like moving my hand a lot. 4 is here, 6 is here. It's just like my wrist. Okay, so let's try it. Saying the positions for number 3. It starts with D, which we say 4. 1, 2, say the positions, go. 4, rest. 2, 3, 4. 6, rest. 2, 3, 4. 4, rest. 2, 3, 4. 6, rest, and the song's over. Now you notice I was switching my slide pretty fast. As soon as the note's over, I switch to the next slide position and then stay still. Do not wait till the last minute to switch your slide, because if something goes wrong or you don't do it fast enough, we're going to hear your slide moving, and nobody really wants to hear that. All right, let's try it. Number 3, let's play. Lick your lips. I need a foot check. Back check. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight to support your trombone. Here we go. A number 3 starts on a D. 4th position. 1, 2, ready, play. Rest, switch to C, go. Rest, back to 4 and go. Rest, switch to C, go. Rest, and the song's over. Awesome, we're moving on to number 4. Number 4 is the easiest note to play on trombone ever. It is, let's check it out in the box, B flat. B flat was the note we were trying to make last week. Your slide goes into 1st position for B flat, and it stays there. And you don't have to lock it. Even though, yeah, it's 1st position, eventually you will move your slide from 1st position. So we only lock it when we're not playing. If we're in the middle of a song, we're playing B flat, we still leave our slide unlocked. Okay? I don't think we need to say the notes on this one. It's only B flat. So you can play along with me right now. All right? Slide in 1st position. Let me just play the sound so you can hear it. It's not B flat. You're blowing too hard. That's F. We want B flat. So test it out right now. Give me a B flat. Okay, that's kind of like when I put my face up to the trombone and just blow with a medium M lips. That's the note that comes out. So I'm not trying super hard to make a B flat come out. Here we go. Number 4. 1, 2, ready, play. And rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest. 2, 3, 4. Rest, and the song's over. Awesome. Put your instrument in rest position. Shake out your hands. And we're going to look at number 5. Your homework is going to be to play page 6. every song on page 6 2 times a day. Okay, so now we're all the way down to number 5, mix them up, where we need to use all 3 notes, all 3 slide positions. So put your finger right on number 5, mix them up, and we're going to say the notes. Now, I don't think these notes look confusing, but we need to figure out with our eyes which note is which. So D is on the middle line. Move your hand forward. C is in the space. And B flat has the flat sign, and it's on the second line. So that's how we can tell the difference between D, C, and B flat. Put your finger on the first note of number 5. We're going to say the notes, starting with a D. 1, 2. Say the notes. D, rest. 2, 3, 4. C, rest. Keep moving your finger forward. Ready? Go. B flat, rest. 2, 3, 4. C, rest. And the song's over. Rewind. Let's do slide positions. You see a pattern, right? We say the notes, we practice our slide positions, and then we blow. So we're starting with D, and we're saying the slide positions, saying the numbers. So I'll go a little bit sideways so you can see where my hand is, although better go the other way because you're not going to see my 6th position. Here we go. Starting with the D, slide positions and saying it. Number 5. 1, 2, say positions. Go. 4, rest. 2, 3, 4. 6, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, rest. 2, 3, 4. 6, rest, and the song's over. You saw me move my slide really fast. We don't do like slow motion slide. If you got to go 1 to 6, you go 1, 6. If you got to go 4, 6, you go quickly. We don't draw out the time that you move your slide. Go as fast as you can. All right, let's play it together. Here we go. Number 5, starting on D, 4th position. Just past your bell with your fingers. 1, 2, ready to play. Rest, switch to C, 6th position. Rest, B flat, ready, go. Back to C in 6, go. Rest, and the song's over. Excellent. Every day that you practice, you're gonna play each song 2 times. I would try to do them without taking that much rest in between, because we want these muscles to start getting used to playing a long time without resting. Okay, I look forward to seeing your videos. Happy practicing.